Italy has been making wines for thousands of years. They are the largest producer of wine in the world, making more than 6 billion bottles every year. Did you know that there are over 2,000 grape varieties that are spread over 20 different wine-producing regions in Italy? With this many grape varieties to choose from, we'll try our best to narrow the list down. This is the top 10 red wines of Italy. Welcome to Wine Basics by Phil of Pinot, where we create wine education videos for beginners and wine lovers. First up is arguably the most popular grape in Italy, Sangiovese. Sangiovese is from Tuscany in central Italy. It's the most planted grape varietal in Italy and has an uncanny ability to adapt to different growing conditions. Sangiovese wines are typically full-bodied with alcohol ranging from 13% to 14%, along with fine tannins and high acidity. The flavors are fruity and savory and include expressions of red and dark fruits such as plums and sour cherries, herbs, violets, licorice, clay, brick, smoke, and leather. Wines are powerful enough to mature for several years before they can be truly enjoyed. Next up is one of the most esteemed wine grapes in Italy, Nebbiolo. Nebbiolo is a finicky grape to grow. It prefers south-facing sheltered vineyards and calcareous, well-drained marl soils. Its home is the Piedmont region in northern Italy and is rarely grown anywhere else in Italy. It's most commonly associated with the wines of Barolo and Barbaresco. These wines are often full-bodied with high acidity, high tannins, and high alcohol, hovering around 14%. It's famously known for its aromas of roses and tar, but can express notes of mint, chocolate, licorice, and truffles. To show its best attributes, most Barolos can benefit from at least 10 years of aging. Third on our list is the food-friendly Barbera grape. Barbera is commonly grown in Piedmont and Lombardy. In Piedmont, it is made as a single varietal, making Barbera d'Asti and Barbera d'Alba, while in other parts of Italy, it is often used as part of a blend or for other red wines. This medium-bodied red wine can be enjoyed young and has very high levels of acidity, low tannins, and low to medium alcohol, 12 to 13.5%, depending where it's made. Once considered to be a low-quality wine, the wine attributes have vastly improved and is now considered as the wine of the people. This fruit-laden wine has aromas of blackberries, strawberries, and cherries. The older vintages display richer, more mature fruit and additional notes of spices such as star anise and nutmeg, tobacco, and sweet notes of licorice. Next on our list is the robust wine made from Montepulciano. Montepulciano is the second most planted grape variety in Italy and grows most in southern and central Italy, the most notable region being Abruzzo, where many of the wines are labeled as Montepulciano de Abruzzo. Montepulciano wines are fruit-driven and can be drunk young. These wines are medium-bodied with high acidity, big supple tannins, and medium alcohol levels, 12 to 13.5%. Aromas are dominated by red fruit flavors such as cherries, cranberries, and red plums. These flavors continue on the palate, and older wines will display herbal notes such as oregano, prunes, blackberries, boysenberries, and savory tobacco nuances. Next, we have the darkly colored Aglianico. Aglianico can be traced back to ancient Greece. It's grown almost exclusively in the southern Italian regions of Campania and the Basilicata, as it has done since it was brought to the country over 2.5 centuries ago when it was made into wine for the Romans. It was almost decimated by phylloxera in the late 19th century, but has seen a big revival. It thrives in volcanic soil, and this early budding, late ripening varietal can be transformed into wines that have a long aging potential. This full-bodied red wine has high acidity, medium to high alcohol, and big tannins. Young wines have very distinct savory flavors of leather, white pepper, cured meat, black fruits, and floral notes. With more aging, the flavors develop into soft, almost dusty aromas of suntan leather and dried figs. It is a very rustic, earth-driven wine that is sometimes referred to as the Barolo of the South. Fifth on our list is the approachable wine grape Dolcetto. Dolcetto means the little sweet one and grows in the Piedmont wine region in northwest Italy and is exemplified as being a great value, food-friendly wine among the more famous expensive Barolos and Barbaresco. Frescos. However, despite its name, it is not a sweet wine. It also isn't typically part of a blend either. It is most commonly made as a single grape varietal wine. This soft, medium-bodied, fruity, and friendly wine has moderate tannins, low acidity, and light to medium alcohol at about 11.5 to 13.5%. It is full of pleasant brambly berries and cherries, and often has hints of spice and a touch of violets. If slightly chilled, this wine displays fresh and vibrant characteristics. Next up, we have Corvina, which is also known as Corvina Veronese. It's a thick-skinned grape that comes from Veneto in northern Italy and is commonly used in Valpolicella wines that are made in a couple of different styles. The light-bodied wines of Valpolicella Classico, the full-bodied, high-alcohol, and robust wines of Amarone della Valpolicella, and the sweet and complex Recioto della Valpolicella. Corvina is the principal grape in Valpolicella and Bardolino appellations. Seventh on our list is the inky-colored Sagrantino. Sagrantino grows in Umbria in central Italy. Montefalco Sagrantino is one of Italy's most underrated wines and is rarely mentioned. This full-bodied wine has medium to high acidity, high alcohol, and is one of the most tannic wines in the world with great aging potential. These bone-dry wines have savory, earthy notes, as well as aromas and flavors of leather, zingy, spicy notes, dried cranberries, plums, black tea, black olives, and dried cherries. These wines are well-structured, dark, powerful, and filled with minerality. It's recommended to age this wine for a couple of years, otherwise the tannins can be too overpowering. Next on our list is the rustic Negro Amaro wine grape. Negro Amaro most commonly grows in the region of Puglia, which is also known as the heel of the boot in southern Italy. The name translates to black and bitter in Italian, which is a testament to the grape's robust character and deep color. This thick-skinned grape is very drought resistant, and the best wines are found in Salice Salentino DOC. It is used to produce both red and rosé wines. Wines are rich and full-bodied with medium to high levels of acidity, medium to full tannins, and high alcohol, sometimes at levels of 16%. These wines express dark fruit notes such as blackberries and plums that are mixed with spicy accents of black pepper and tobacco, along with earthiness and dried herbs. This wine can be enjoyed young, displaying bright, fruit-filled notes, but with further aging, it develops depth, character, and a pleasant velvety texture. At number 10 on our list is Sicily's own Nero d'Avola grape. Nero d'Avola is the most important red grape variety on the island of Sicily and is named after the small town of Avola in the far southeast part of the island. It originally was grown at the tip of the island, but over the past several hundred years has spread across the entire island. This full-bodied wine has medium to high acidity that is similar to Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinotage, and Syrah. It displays medium to high tannins that are not as bold as one would expect. Alcohol typically ranges between 13.5 to 14.5%. These fruit-driven wines often express flavors of chili peppers, licorice, tobacco, black plums, blackberries, and black cherries. It tastes slightly acidic but is well-rounded and warm. And of course, there is a bonus grape varietal, Primitivo, which many people know as Zinfandel in California. Originally from Croatia, Primitivo grows on the Salento Peninsula. It is made into both single varietal wines and blends, where it adds body and alcohol. It can also be made into rosado or rosé wine. Primitivo wines are generally full-bodied with medium levels of tannins and acidity with high alcohol. The pleasant, rich flavors of blackberries, blueberries, dark chocolate, and licorice add to a wine that is typically bold with a smooth mouthfeel. And that's our top 10 list of Italian red wines plus a bonus varietal. Comment below what your favorite Italian wine is.